guys for tuning in. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So basically, we're here to do an all stitch closure sew in. So this is the basic breakdown. Make sure that your first two braids are the smallest. That will give you the flat look that you will need. I already bleached her knots for that natural look. So now I'm just going to put some foundation of her skin color onto her scalp for a more natural look. I'm going to do the same thing to her closure. Going to do a T-shaped pattern. Go across the front of the lace and down the middle because she's getting a middle part. Now I'm going to place the closure right on top of the two smallest braids at the beginning of the hairline. And I'm just going to make sure that it's placed directly in the middle of her head. I just placed my finger on top so the closure won't move as I am attaching the closure to the braid. As you move to the other side, you'll notice the closure will move. So just reposition the closures back to where you want it to be. Place your finger down and begin to attach the closure to the braid. While doing so, ask the client to hold the other side of the needle and thread tight enough to where there is no bunch or any gappiness inside the closure. You're going to take a rat tail comb and part the closure slightly in front of the braid, just so you can be able to get a clear path of your sewing technique. You're going to start at the bottom. I like to do 3 stitches and then a lock. So I like to start at the bottom and then I go in the middle. I sew right in front of the braid, making sure that the needle is going through the lace right in front of the braid, through the braid. And I, last but not least, I hit the top, and after the top I bring it all the way back down to the first beginning and lock it. After that, I like to comb it through to make sure all of the tangles are out. And it's just as simple as that as you are beginning. And then you're just going to repeat the same steps for the other side. Sometimes you may have to adjust the lace because you don't want the lace to overlap the braid. You just want the lace to slightly be above or in front of your braid. Make sure that you are keeping an eye out for the lace because it will move sometimes. So just adjust accordingly and just, begin sewing or continue to do what your next step is. I like to leave a little bit of the client's real hair out when I'm doing an all stitched closure, just so she won't have that wiggy look. I like to have that more natural flow to the head look. So that's the reason why you see me pull her hair out some. On this part, I'm going to sew the thread halfway down on the closure, and then I'm going to do the same on the other side. I don't like to bring the thread all the way down on one side of the closure because you have to have that balance in order to have a flat, neat look. So after I'm done here, that's when I start back on the other side and just finish off sewing all the way around. I like to bring the right side of the thread all the way around to the left side of the closure, and I do the same vice versa. And now we're just going to continue to sew around. Make sure that you are continuing to hold your hand down on top of the closure so that it won't move as you're sewing. Last but not least, add the foundation or concealer to the client part. It looks a little orange, but trust me, it isn't as orange as the light is making it. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in again to Tisha T TV. Until next time, y'all.